Hi, Astro Truthers. It's been a while. Let's have a look at the astrology that lies ahead of us, most particularly in the next week, because it's going to be the absolute final end of Mercury Retrograde post-shadow, really completely the end of all that business. Also, a full moon in Aquarius coming up. I'm doing this on Sunday, the 11th of August 2019. The moon has actually just entered Capricorn, which is its last stage before it reaches Aquarius on, I think, Tuesday. We'll get to that in a second. She is 84.5% full anyway, still very much on her way up. And at the moment, the moon is trine Uranus just today as I'm doing this video. Social experimentation, good time for kind of new things, maybe even taking a gamble. Might not even be a bad time for that. But generally speaking, people are a bit easier to thrill, so it's quite that bit easier to generally convince people that it's worth going along with plans or whatever. So that Capricorn moon, 5:49 a.m. UK time, so that was actually midnight 49 Eastern, and on the west coast it was yesterday. But there we go. Tomorrow the 12th, no great shakes, but on Tuesday the 13th, 16:35 UK time, so that's 8:35 a.m. Pacific and 11:35 a.m. Eastern. That is 25 minutes to 5 o'clock here in UK. Moon enters Aquarius, and that is setting the scene for the full moon, which is then coming up on Thursday. It drives up the interest in knowledge, generally speaking, and people wanting to be with people who are like-minded and communicate that way. Less of an out there time, really, but quite out there in terms of broadening the mind. A good time for learning new things, and that will be the case right through that Aquarius session there, which actually culminates in Pisces on Friday. But before that, at 13:29 in UK time, so it is actually on Thursday the 15th of August, wherever you are in the world, we get that full moon in Aquarius. Everything's kind of brimming over in nature, really. It's a time of excess, really. But that is really the high point of this week. That and the fact, and it's a more subtle fact, but it's going to, it plays into life just as much. The fact that Mercury has completely finished its retrograde. We entered the pre-shadow on the 20th of June, the day before the summer solstice, which seems a long time ago now. And it actually went direct on the 1st of August, but it's Thursday the 15th of August when the post-shadow completely finishes. And that does possibly mean things getting a little bit intense, but it's all about finding answers to things and really about things calming down and getting a whole lot easier. So I'm looking forward to that one. The next Mercury retrograde doesn't actually happen till the 31st of October. The pre-shadow to it starts on the 11th, but it actually finishes on the 7th of December completely, so it's well and truly out of the way by Christmas. There is the Mercury retrograde news. So let me have a look in, what is this? Llewellyn's 2019 Daily Planetary Guide, which is a fabulous book, and August 12th to 18th. Well, there are some minor aspects going on this week. Tuesday, August the 13th, the Sun, see, is going to be in Leo, and it's going to join together with Venus. So that conjunction, it has a lot to do with sort of love and beauty and the out there things that we can't really quantify, the non-physical things, the things that matter in the heart more than they matter in the head. I'll say that. Then we get into that Aquarius full moon. It brings a good opportunity for sort of self-leadership is what I'll say about that. Although, it is going to be a very intense time as that actually happens. Anyway, so Mercury is going to turn absolutely finish its retrograde completely on the 15th, same day as that full moon. But on Friday, August the 16th, there is actually a little bit of anxiety around because Mars enters Virgo. Now, it's actually really quite positive because people tend to be happier to kind of serve one another and are generally speaking less aggressive about things, and that's going to go on for the next 7 weeks, and that comes in on Saturday, August the 17th. Does it? No, I've got it wrong. Gosh, it's really hard to work all this stuff out. Let's just admit it. I'm reading it out of a book. I admitted it a minute ago, did I not? Right. Mercury square Uranus on Friday, August the 16th. Surprising news, upsetting news, possibly, but a lot of nervous energy around that. Mars entering Virgo then on Saturday, August the 17th. That's where I messed it up, sorry. Okay, and that is what makes things kind of just gentler towards each other and willing to help each other for the next 7 weeks. Mars in Virgo. So it is quite a week. There is quite a lot on the change there, actually. But it's really positive, I feel, because we do actually get right to seeing the complete end of Mercury retrograde completely going out of our lives. We'll be really in tune with the answers if we're really looking for them. And it's worth looking for answers to those questions that have come up during Mercury retrograde, because if we work it out, we don't get hit with it again. That's the fact of life. Okay, so a really positive week in that sense. Also, that full moon, I look forward to them. I really do. They are intense. They are a bit manic, to be quite honest. But it's just great to see the way that the spiritual side of nature really kicks in, really makes things happen. I find that very uplifting. I hope you do too. Right, that is my look at astro weather for the week ahead, guys. Now then, in terms of the YouTube channel, well, I'm always saying I'm sorry I'm not here more often, and that hasn't changed. But I do have some plans. The other channel with the tarot readings, it's kind of mad. It grew and grew and grew, and now it's just like sinking down to nothing. So who knows, going to have to make some changes, but I'm sure I'll be here a bit more often. So thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. Check out my channel as well if you subscribe, because there are many, many videos about many, many spiritual things on there. Okay, meanwhile, yeah, thumbs up, subscribe button, peace, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.